All right, Scorpio, I am getting ready to continue with the readings that I've been led to do for us for the rest of July. And this will probably go into August as well. But I felt led to say that this is a timeless message. So whenever you watch it and whenever you get it, it'll be for you. All right. The air from my cards just caused the Aries card to fall. Let's get this. All right. So I shuffled this deck already. Let me shuffle this deck here. I hope that these messages will find you guys doing well, and I also hope to be kind of quick with getting through them. I feel the need to tell you guys to check out the other readings that I've done so far for end of July. I believe so far that will be Sagittarius, which also the honorable mention in that one was Capricorn. That would be Leo. The honorable mention in Leo was, I actually can't remember who that was. Um, oh, it was Aquarius, and then damn it, I can't remember the other video, but it's up. It's already up right now. All right, so let's get into it. Spirit, thank you so much for the messages. I'll put this at the bottom. So the main card that has come out is the lunar change card, the lunar eclipse. So there is something that is happening. There's some type of change that is taking place within somebody's maybe emotions or their innermost being. Someone could be experiencing a dark night of the soul. Okay. But there are some major inner emotional and spiritual changes that are taking place, Scorpio, for you. Or if you have Aries somewhere in your chart or nowhere, just understand that if these messages make sense for you, then they are in fact for you. At the bottom of the deck, I see this Neptune sacrifice card. This deals with the sign of Pisces, so some of you guys can have Pisces in your chart. Also, this can deal with the sign of Cancer or Scorpio as well, or Pisces. I know that it's connected to the divine feminine because we have the mother here. We also have a breast exposed, which definitely gives me heavy Cancerian energy. Surrender is connected to the sacrifice card, but also some of you guys could have surrendered a connection, or you sacrificed a connection, or you guys are getting ready to sacrifice one. I think some of you guys could be experiencing or recognizing the illusions around women in your lives, the mother, your mother. Also, there could just be major changes in the way that you view women for some of you guys, if you are males. And maybe even just the way that you see yourself, okay? I'm going to move on. The twin flame connection is connected to the Neptune sacrifice card as well. Sickness, ailments, self sabotage is also connected to the sacrifice card, like passiveness, like where you could just surrender something and let something go, not wanting to put in the work or the fight, or just thinking that it's even the right thing to do. Here's my other deck that I was using last night. So let me get it as well. There was another reading that I did. I believe it may have been the Sagittarius one, but it was one of these readings that I was doing. And I accidentally called what I believe now to be a leopard a jaguar. And I just want to take the time in this reading to just correct that. Thank you, Spirit, for giving more messages in regards to the sign of Scorpio and Aries. Also, I need to say that both of these signs are ruled by the planet of Mars, which I think I saw behind the Neptune sacrifice card. So let me see. Oh, no. Okay. That was just the fire element card. First card out and only card that I'll be taking is calming the waters. Calming the waters. All right. It says peaceful self-regulation. I feel like there is emotions coming up in regards to somebody's connection with women and also with their own divine feminine energy within them, the woman within them, even if you're a man, okay? I believe that there is, or even if you are a woman, but you've been operating more in the so-called masculine energy, it's possible that you could be getting ready to change and switch it up a little bit and start really leaning more and just exploring and deep diving into your emotions and the spiritual aspects of you, those aspects that could have been hidden from you. And if they were not hidden, you have sacrificed them over and over and over again for one reason or another. I see the number 3 on this card. So this is going to be, to me, connected heavily to the intuition, which is definitely Cancerian. Opening heart, deep connections, and water blessings. All right, so another thing that I feel like, another message, you guys need to get around the water. I also feel like you need to be drinking a lot of water. For others of you, you literally need to travel to some place where you can, like maybe a beach or an island, okay, where you can gaze at the water. In some kind of way, the water will be giving you what you need, what your soul needs. I also get your emotions are going to be overwhelming. Your emotions might be flooding you at this time. It is a cleansing period, but it is also a period for you to gain knowledge about who you are, about yourself, and maybe even very much so that self-regulation could also be about regulating with your partner, because a lot of the times we do not recognize how much our partners are reflective of us. Okay, especially if we are operating more in one of the energies and frequencies than the other, and there is imbalance, it is sometimes very, very hard for us to acknowledge the energy that our partner may be showing up in if you have not honored it within yourself yet. Okay, and so a lot of times when it comes to men folk, they are afraid to honor that emotional, that spiritual aspect of them for a sign of weakness. They view women, they view the feminine frequency as a weak one, not realizing that that is the farthest thing from the truth. Literally, I was talking about, and like Spirit was bringing up in my brain, how much the feminine energy is a part of everything that has ever been considered strong. They started showing me and reminding me that even the brain sits inside of fluid. And I was probably supposed to look that up, but I never did look up what the fluid is comprised of. But I bet you it's water in some kind of way, along with other important enzymes. Oh, I have enjoyed this one all the way. Let's do it one more time and then we're going to let this go. All right, that's done. But as I was stating, let's look up and see what is the brain matter made out of? What fluid does the brain sit in? All right, so they basically call it cerebral spinal fluid. It is a watery liquid. That automatically tells me a big portion of the makeup of that is water. I want to know, what is it made of? What is cerebral spinal fluid made of? Here is what they say. All right. Right, can you help? Just where is the cerebral spinal fluid? That's all I wanted to know about, guys. And y'all made me feel like I was gonna see it. Why is it not on here? Do I have to click on it? Is it just gonna? Okay, let me get off of here. All right, so it is made up of water, electrolytes, proteins, sugars, lipids, ions, all this other type of stuff. But the biggest thing is water. That's the biggest ingredient. So, period. So, Spirit was teaching me how everything that is important within the human body is housed in the liquid of water. Yes, there are other components that make it something else, but the number one ingredient is water. The water of the womb, even the embryo itself, while the womb itself has liquids and stuff that that it comes from water and among other things, but there is a sac that is eventually that the baby grows in, and even that has more of this watery fluid inside. And I always found that so fascinating. But, anyways, guys, I digress. This is not what that's about. What I'm trying to say is, in the water is so much power. In the water is so much potency. In the water is our healings, but it can also be our undoing. They were pointing out to me how water is very, very powerful, and it can be very gentle, but it can also be very destructive. They reminded me of how water is even a part of crystals, the formation of crystals, which tend to be what some people call them rock. But at some point, you could extract minerals and break it down, and you might find that H2O is in there somewhere. So, water is both protective and can be ferocious just as much as it can be gentle and calming and life-giving and cleansing. And we all have that. And we all need that. And I feel like it's my job to talk about this and to harp and to stand on this soapbox about the importance and significance of women, because of the fact that there is a seed in the earth that has done a great deal right now, as it's kind of like supposed to in the bigger scheme of things. But there is a seed that has worked to literally destroy the water, to destroy all of the things that point back to Mother God. All of the and don't get me wrong, we're not saying that Father God does not exist. That's not what I'm saying here on this channel. I would never. There is a need for balance. But what I am stating is that rather than what we have been taught about the woman coming out of the man, which that is a partial truth. It is true, because just like in the division, part of the responsibility of Mother God to herself was that when she divides, she creates a counterpart that does what she was already able to do internally because it was there. Now she could still do the same thing externally. So now you have woman, now you have men. And now, because it has become separate from itself, it's gotten so far away from itself, but this is by design to help us to understand how both are necessary, because both are in fact the same entity, right? One is just further removed, or they may appear to be further removed from one. Once it separates from itself, it performs the functions that it's supposed to. So now I believe it's the reason that men have a strong urge to always go into the water of the womb. They always want to go back. Many of them spend their lifetime doing that. They want to enter into the womb. There is such profound healing and pleasure and cleansing that happens in the water of the womb of the woman. And they come out of that. They come out of it and they want to go back. And it's not to take away from the idea and from the fact that women absolutely adore and enjoy having sexual encounters with men, because we do. But for me, and I think for every woman, it'll be different. I always, like, there is something that I say, and this may be TMI, but I'm trying to depict something. When I'm in the throes of passion with my lover, when they are about to release, I always enjoy it, because I know that there is something, in my opinion, for me, that will be replenished in me, that was given away. Maybe willingly, some could have been taken, whatever. But I feel like when they give that to me, there is a part of me that is being replenished as they take away water. And as I wash over that beautiful specimen's shaft, which is really their inner part of their vagina, but on the outside, I know that that feels good for them. And they also feel like being able to go in and just be immersed in our water is them being replenished, them being given back what they have given out. And so you see, there's an act of reciprocity. And the desire for reciprocity comes because both are the same entity. If I want it for myself and I give it to you, then you have to understand that at some point, even if it's not right away, I'm going to want it back. And this is reciprocity. So let's get into The opening of the heart. So there are some messages that are going to be coming through that really are going to help heal those who are in this energy of being transformed by the renewing of their minds in regards to the divine feminine, the mother. Opening the heart, deep connections, and water blessings. We also see the card of adjustment, and I also see the card of loss and lack. I feel like the loss and lack could be what is causing the adjustment that is going to open to somebody's heart being opened, okay? Let's go ahead and get some tarot messages and let me get on out of here because I've been talking way too long. Queen of Pentacles showing up here. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy heavy on the Taurus. At the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing the Ace of Wands. Like, I feel like somebody is acknowledging the managerial skills or the fact that somebody is their wife. And I see the Fool card happening. Y'all cannot see this. I do apologize. I wasn't going to bring out all these cards, but I just did. So now that's that. And at the bottom of the deck is the Judgment. Guys, this is an appointed season, appointed time. Somebody will be making their ruling. Someone will be expressing what their decision was. They will be talking about how they have been awakened. And the Judgment card a lot of times is connected to the sign of Scorpio for me. So Scorpio, listen, I would say that you're showing up. And even just these water cards and stuff like that, water energy, feminine, like I just feel like all of that is important. Scorpio, you are a sign that is a feminine sign, which all that really means is that you are deeply reflective, observant, very spiritual, very psychic, which also the Neptune card could be connected to psychic abilities as well and being of service to the divine. Let's hop into this. Spirit, please show me more about, thank you, the Queen of Pentacles. I see the Five of Cups. Somebody could be in some remorse and regret. Show me the Ace of Wands energy, or is this still connected to... All right, I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles. I am seeing the Six of Pentacles, excuse me, guys. The Six of Pentacles, which is that card of reciprocity, the card of give and take. Maybe somebody who might be a mother figure or a wife, a woman in business, or a person who has been operating as such, they may recognize that and be heartbroken and feel regret about not operating in charity, not really truly operating in love, not operating in the energy of give and take. I am looking outside right now of my living room window and I am seeing the sun setting. And right now it is so beautiful. The colors appear to be like that of a pretty like pinkish, purplish, bluish situation with a hint of white. It's very, very, very pretty outside right now. Somehow that could be very significant and important. Like as if this is how, like when people think about looking at the sun, looking at the sunset, they have imagined those colors or they have memories of those type of colors and it brings them nostalgia. They think it's beautiful. Somebody might even paint with these colors, okay? I see the Death card, Scorpio, that's your energy showing up in your reading, so it makes sense. But this is about immense transformation. When something ends, another thing is able to begin, either anew or for the first time. I don't know why, but I kind of feel like somehow that's connected. Oh. These are my three cards, clarifying one each for each card. Okay, so the Ace of Wands is here, and the Ace of Wands is about I feel like the Ace of Wands can have sexual references. So in my experience, I've noticed that when it comes up and I see how it plays out in my own life, there is usually some type of conversations that will have already occurred, or there's just some type of strong sexual desire. and then sex is had. So this is not just about it being a desire, but I'm talking about it is had. Okay. Also, the Ace of Rods or Wands talks about just a new passionate beginning, trying to give something a go where you're really putting in work here, really putting in effort. It can be romantic. It can be passionate. It can be very fiery. When I say romantic, let me switch romance because this could also deal with like work. So when I say romantic, in order to take romantic into a work scenario or a project or creative driven scenario, then this means that you are optimistic. It means that you have an immense amount of faith. And what some of you guys believe in is love. Some of you guys believe that there could be a such thing as give and take, sharing of resources, sharing of what you have. With the Fool card here, this is that optimism, faith, energy, new path, new beginnings, taking a risk. And that leads to this transformation. Let's see. At the bottom of that deck, I see the Page of Pentacles. I see the Emperor. And I see the Magician. Oh, my mother freaking gosh. And right under that, I see the Ten of Pentacles. So what I see happening, guys. Okay, let's see what I see. The Page of Pentacles, to me, there's going to be a real conversation where somebody's going to talk about all the ways that, like maybe some new skill sets or some new ways of viewing something that makes sense to them. Someone is going to be talking about it, and it's going to show that they have leveled up. They have awakened. The Queen of Wands is showing up here also with the Emperor. The Queen of Wands could actually be, yes, a real woman, or it could be who is stepping into having control over her life, or this is in fact in regards to a man of significance and importance to maybe someone who has the signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in their chart. Overall, what I was going to say that I feel is that more so this is about the divine feminine energy of the Queen of Wands rising up in a male, possibly. Or this is who that person is attracted to or has a strong desire for. And then clarifying the Magician, I've got the Knight of Wands. That is about something happening very, very quickly. It could almost come across as impulsive energy. So this could be impulsive movement. Some of you guys could, at the spur of the moment, take a short trip. Somebody could decide, hey, I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to come see you. Oh, that's giving me my song. I just heard after I said I'm going to get on a plane and come see you. I just heard my song by Brandy, When You Touch Me. I'm coming to see you. I'm wearing the, no, wait, it was wearing the dress that you like. Oh, yeah. I'm coming to see you. I'll be on the first plane when I get there. Something like that. Please forgive me, guys. But check out the Brandy song, When You Touch Me. That might be important. The sign of Aquarius is connected to that because Brandy is, in fact, an Aquarius. But the Magician, this is about creating a scenario that, or somebody is going to be manifesting an experience quickly that they want. It could deal with physically changing residences or, like I said, taking a trip. But whatever it is, I'm talking about it's going to stir you up in such a way that you just feel invincible and like you can do whatever. All right, that has been your reading. If it makes sense, please put some hearts or stars or whatever you want, any type of emoji in the comment section, Scorpio. Um, yeah, if you're new to the channel and you resonated with anything, or even if you didn't, you just enjoyed what I talked about today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to book a reading, you better hurry up and do it, because for a little bit I won't be offering readings in a moment. Yeah, so check that out. All the information to get to me or to link up and support me, or for us to partner together, will be in the description box below. Thank you so much. Love, light, and darkness, which all work together to bring peace and harmony, first within ourselves and then within our world. I don't know why I started stuttering a little bit after that, but yeah, somebody could have a stammer, or somebody's like, their thoughts will be moving faster than their words. Okay, so keep that in mind and stuff like that. But I think some major shifts are about to happen, and I think some of them are going to be very shocking too. Like, just what? Yeah. So with that being said, thank you guys and good night.